Welcome back to episode 45 of the Hot Take Sports Podcast. How you doing, Matt?
I'm doing great. It's Easter break and I'm ready to relax a little.
Clayton?
Well, some of us go to actual college, so I have class tomorrow, so I'm not on break yet. But, we're vibing.
Imagine.
Brady, how was your not existing college?
I had work today, and I had class yesterday, but it's going.
Wow,
Great
that
intro,
was
guys.
that was exciting.
Wow.
How are you, Isaac?
It's good. We'll get to the NFL here, talk about Baker's podcast appearance a little bit, and then some trades that happened last.
I don't even know if I want to talk about Baker Mayfield with you because all it's going to be is negativity that we've already heard because you're stuck in the same circle over and over.
I just have one question to ask you guys about it.
Hang on. Before you say this, did you actually listen to the entire thing?
Yes, I actually did.
Did you actually retain the information given?
All I have is one question for you guys.
Okay.
And then I'll be done with it. So let's start with the NFL. Let's start with some of the trades. Matt or Ryan to Indy. Matt, what's your opinion on it?
I don't care. It's Indianapolis gets another old quarterback. Congrats.
He'll be there for a year, and then they'll move on from him. That seems to be the trend in Indianapolis.
Fair enough. Brady?
I kind of like the move just because, Matt Ryan wanted a fresh start. Colts wanted somebody who actually knew what they were doing and wasn't going to sprain both ankles on one play. Oh, that reminds me. Something came out that said literally nobody, no one else offered for Wentz other than the Commanders.
That sounds about right because he's trash. I don't know why anybody would want him.
So, the Colts GM was doing some serious work to still get what he got for him and give up the full salary, too.
Washington, stupid. Moving on. Going to the Dolphins. Tyreek Hill got traded.
Pressure's on now to you have no excuses anymore.
You can kind of say the same thing about Mahomes a little bit. He doesn't have the oh crap moment. Where's Tyreek Hill?
There you go.
You're right. Now he's got Mr. Corvette himself.
I was gonna say, and he can still dump the ball off to Travis Kelce. The Chiefs will still be a good team. They'll find a way to.
Bro, Travis Kelce's about to have 3,500 receiving yards and 30 TDs.
Yeah, probably.
Travis Kelce for MVP.
We have the Packers trading Devontae Adams to the Raiders.
And the Raiders also just locked up Derek Carr for 3 more years, 121 yesterday.
Yeah,
that's true.
You knew it was coming as soon as they trade for Devontae Adams, though.
Not really.
Yes.
What do you mean, not really? They were college teammates. The whole reason they brought him in was to make Derek Carr happy.
Well, I know that. Obviously it made sense, but right after they were we still aren't sure yet on Derek Carr. Obviously now they are. That's why they extended him to $40 million annually, but.
I never once blinked that they were going to re-sign Derek Carr.
Oh, never. I thought they were going to keep him even before getting Adams.
Well, yeah, who the hell else is going to go there and quarterback for the freaking jailhouse Raiders? Nobody. No. Derek Carr at least wants to be there. They're not going to replace him at this point. There's no reason to.
Not until he retires.
Did I ever tell you guys about the comparison that Derek Carr is the Tim Tebow of the Raiders? Did I ever tell you guys about that?
Nah.
And why would
there was this big meme going around for a while because the 2010 Florida Gators, it was Tim Tebow and a bunch of criminals, including Aaron Hernandez. And Carr had Ruggs and Arnett and all of those other guys who were committing crimes.
Brady, I was about to say that was a really stupid comparison, but that actually kind of makes sense. So
Yeah.
shout out to you for getting that one right. So.
Right?
Brady, while you are talking about Derek Carr, talk about your team and your wide receiver trade.
I mean, we can't give up. I believe it's a third rounder for next year just for Devontae Parker. I mean, it'll be interesting. He can stretch the field. I mean, he kind of got overshadowed in Miami because he was a wide receiver one for a while, and the young talent started coming in. Well, young guys started coming in, and he didn't get as many targets. And I mean, he won it out of Miami, and apparently he wanted to be in New England from the beginning. So, you know what? I mean, it's not like the receivers from like free agency that I really wanted, but it's still a receiver, still got help, and now we can focus on replacing J.C. Jackson and the draft.
You added another below average wide receiver. I'm happy that you're happy.
Hey man, Kendrick Bourne put up numbers though. Whatever
Again,
gets the job done.
My point still stands.
You know what? Your point can stand. Whatever gets the job done.
I'll bring up my thing with Baker Mayfield. Do you think it helped Baker by coming out on the podcast with teams maybe wanting to trade for him, or did it decrease?
I don't even think it wasn't even like as much about the whole thing that he went on there. He just went on there like as a general thing. Because the podcast was like an hour and a half long, and he only talked about the NFL for like the last 25, 35 minutes of it. Most of it was just his experience throughout college and stuff. So like it to me it wasn't like related. Like obviously it was gonna get brought up because it was recorded recently. So it was gonna make national media as soon as it went out. So I'm really not surprised that like it immediately caught fire, and obviously they were gonna ask him about it because it's his current situation, what's current in his life. But I mean, like you said, a week or two ago, probably the Colts. But now Seattle's really the only spot it looks like. So, I mean, he's not wrong.
But did it help him or not?
I don't think it mattered.
Okay. Clayton, I want to hear your opinion.
I have not listened to the whole podcast yet. I just haven't had time. But like I listened to the like little portion that everybody's talking about. I don't disagree that the Browns management kind of screwed him over a little bit. Like they definitely could have handled that a little bit better. But I really want to say it was Stephen A who said this, but like I saw on Instagram today, like somebody said Baker Mayfield doesn't understand the business of football. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, it's hard to judge him, obviously, off of last season because he played hurt the whole time. But like, dude, you would still have a starting job in the NFL if you would have just sat out because you tore a labrum in your shoulder.
Well, he also
I'll cover that in the podcast, Clayton, when you get that far.
He also fractured a bone in his arm, in the same arm. So he was playing through that the whole season too.
Yeah, because he was talking about how it was for a Thursday night game. He sat out because he couldn't lift his left arm. That was the Denver game. That was when Case Keenum started. I remember that.
Right. Yeah. Some guy won like $35,000 on like a 10-game parlay, and Case Keenum was quarterbacking the Browns, and he picked the Browns. I remember seeing that on BR betting.
Oh, BR? Clay?
What? That's the only thing I follow BR for because ESPN doesn't have a betting.
Boy, it's betting.
I know.
Matt, you have any opinion on it?
I mean, I'm with Clayton. If he would have sat out like an intelligent person, he would have been fine. But he didn't. Now he's going to suffer the consequences. So.
Yep.
And like I said, I understand him wanting to be there for the guys. Like, I get it. But at the same time, like, during that Steelers game, dude, you were so much more of a hindrance than a help. Like, yeah. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. I
definitely-
firmly believe he would still have a job if he would have just sat out.
Yeah.
I'm definitely interested to hear what you and Matt think though after you guys listen to it.
The thing about what got me was he was talking about all of his injuries. And I'm like, he's like, yeah, just low points. I'm like, you should just sat out. And he was talking about that week when we played the Broncos. He was talking about how he couldn't raise his arm and how he fractured a bone. So he was playing with torn labrum completely torn off and a fracture on his bone that he played with all year because that just doesn't heal when you're playing with it.
No, you can't. You have to stay. Like,
Yeah.
constantly putting stress and tension on it isn't gonna help.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when he said that, I'm like, you idiot! You just need to sit out.
Isaac.
You're saying Clayton, he probably would still have a starting job.
Isaac, I have a question for you because you're the only one that has listened to it completely. So you're the only one who would actually know what I'm talking about. Do you remember hearing him talk about how he could financially afford to sit out?
Yeah.
Yeah, he it was the way it sounded when he said that. It made it sound like if he sat out, he just didn't get a game check. That's just what it sounded like. Obviously, I'm 99% sure that he gets it anyway. But it's the way it sounded was weird to me.
I'm about to say he would still got it.
Well,
I'm sure
yeah,
he's not getting all the money if he doesn't play.
Well,
Yeah, that's what I'm confused. Yeah, because he was talking about how he was well, yeah, I'm blessed to be in the spot I'm in. I can financially afford to sit out where the other guys going paycheck to paycheck. So I was like, that's just
yeah.
so just. I think it was more the general dialogue confused me. I think it's more.
When he was talking about that, I'm like, you got drafted number 1 overall. You have plenty of money just to sit there and heal up.
Maybe that's what the difference is between total money and guarantee money.
Yeah.
That would make a lot of sense.
Yeah. So, any rough prediction to where he's going next? I'll end it there.
I mean, most of the rough predictions have gone out the window, right? They've already gotten people to fill the
I'm
jobs.
gonna say Seattle should
Oh.
really,
The one,
unless Carolina changes their mind, it's pretty much Seattle or bust. But from what it sounded like, he's open to anywhere. He just doesn't have any regrets from his time in Cleveland. He gave it all. He gave it everything he had.
Yep, and he did, and I respect that for sure. I get it. Like I said, I get wanting to be there for the guys, and I'm very, very grateful for his time in Cleveland, and he brought me the first Browns playoff game I'd ever seen, first Browns playoff win. So forever thankful for Baker Mayfield's time in Cleveland, for sure.
Clayton, you sound like a true Browns fan. Proud of you.
What? Thank you.
No subtle shot there.
That definitely wasn't a dig at one particular person.
Isaac, that was you.
Yeah.
All right.
Teams that I heard,
She goes, yeah, I know.
I just wanted to see what he'd say. Our resident Lions fan.
the teams that I've heard for Baker has been Seahawks,
Like, nope.
He's gone. Freaking sign him up. Wear your Jared Goff jersey the next time we hang out.
Oh wow! Oh man, I don't know if you're ever allowed to talk about the Browns again, my guy. Wow, bro took the dig and was like, he can screw off. I just went on to a new subject. What kind of fan are you?
All right. So the team
I love it.
out Bakersfield Lions just because the old general manager that drafted him is in Detroit. So there's a connection there. And then the Seahawks, I've heard, this is a forced wild trade. Half in a second round pick for Baker Mayfield.
Oh, Isaac,
I don't think
you just mentioned the Lions. They did in fact confirm that they are rolling with Jared Goff this year. Just not to rain on your parade, but
Okay, and the Browns said they were rolling with Baker.
And here we are. And
yeah, but they got Dan Campbell. They at least have some respect.
What?
what the heck is that supposed to mean?
Heard me.
That's a terrible inference, Brady. Just so
I
you
was
know.
gonna say,
You
it doesn't make
really
sense.
fumbled
Yeah, we
that.
heard you. It doesn't mean it was logical.
Yeah.
Logical. More logical than this clown.
What, really?
No, that really
That
wasn't.
one wasn't.
No.
Hey man, I didn't
What?
abandon my
Hey,
own
man,
team.
what?
I didn't abandon the guy that turned around my entire franchise.
And
That
now
doesn't
you're
mean
throwing
anything. That's
Isaac
not
under
what
the
we're
bus
talking
again and
about.
trying to distract us from your stupidity. This sounds familiar.
It does sound familiar. That's true.
Bring up something else in the NFL. Kyler Murray's not playing this year unless he gets a contract extension.
I did see that today.
Dude, that sucks because I love having Kyler Murray as my fantasy quarterback. So that one stings a little bit, but you know what? Whatever.
I heard this today. Baker to Arizona to play with his former
Oh my
college coach.
gosh.
No, they were just making fun of it because Baker didn't get along with his Texas Tech college coach.
It's not even he
obviously,
didn't get along. He just wasn't offered a contract or not a contract, a scholarship, and he was supposed to be the starting quarterback. And he couldn't afford to not be there on or off scholarship.
Well,
I don't know.
I'm sure I've said this before, but in case anyone is a new listener has forgot, Baker Mayfield gave Patrick Mahomes his recruiting tour at Texas Tech.
Yeah, I remember that.
I've always found that to be kind of funny. Like, yeah.
You guys have anything else from the NFL?
I'm trying to think, bro. You speed running. Anytime I think of something decent to say, you're just on to the next subject.
The Packers added Sammy Watkins today.
Oh yeah, that's right.
1 year, $4 million. I like that move. There's no reason to not bring in a guy like Sam, because like, who do they have now?
No one.
I agree.
And they're going to draft a QB in the first round, so you know.
He's reliable at the very least. Like, he's not going to be a superstar, but he can catch the freaking ball. So
I just hope that works out better than it did in Baltimore, because I thought he was going to be really good for Baltimore, and he didn't really do anything.
right.
Yeah. Speaking contracts, Lamar supposedly want his before the beginning of the season.
The Ravens are in an interest. The entire AFC North is in an interesting spot.
Yeah.
I like the Browns, and just another move for the Browns. The Browns signed Josh Dobbs today, former Pittsburgh Steeler backup. They brought him into third string behind Jacoby Brissett.
Yep.
But it's so wide open still. Like, Cincinnati obviously is going to be good. The Browns are a huge wild card. It'll depend. In my opinion, it'll depend on how many games Deshaun Watson gets suspended.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Suspended. And then, like, this Mike Tomlin is a good enough coach to where the Steelers might be able to figure it out. But, like, they just lost a franchise legend in Ben Roethlisberger. They have a stud running back, and their wide receiver core is decent.
Yep.
They just have they're another team with a question mark at quarterback. And then unless the Ravens do something crazy in their receiver core, they're all garbage. Marquise Brown is okay at best. But when you have Lamar Jackson to throw the ball and J.K. Dobbins to run the ball, you have a chance.
Yeah.
So
that division is so wide open. But early predictions, I think the Bengals win the division.
I don't.
Because you're a fake Browns fan, Isaac.
I
Who
think
you got then, Clayton?
What? I'm gonna pick the Browns, and I'm so anti-Bengals. I really think that this year was a fluke. I'll go ahead and say it. I do. Something bad is going to happen to Joe Burrow. You can't take 9 sacks a game and expect your franchise guy to stay healthy forever.
Well, they upgraded the offensive line like crazy this year, though.
Like crazy, they went from bad to decent at best.
That's not true. Joe Burrow now has his own personal bodyguard, Leo Collins.
Yeah, I'm not a believer in the Bengals. I don't think they'll be bad. Like, that's obviously not what I'm saying. They'll be a contender.
No,
They'll be a
only
contending team, but I brought it up a couple weeks ago. I think that the Bengals don't make the Super Bowl again in Joe Burrow's window.
See,
Ooh.
I'm gonna jump to myself. I apologize for skipping you, Matt.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I don't have much to say. Like I
Wha-
spoke over that.
As wild as it is that this is about to happen, and based on Isaac picked the Bengals, but I'm honestly with Clayton, and let me explain why.
All right.
So the Steelers are gonna be last. Trubisky will get them close to. Well, I think Trubisky will manage like seven or more wins.
I
But
think
it's still
they have
gonna
a
be
chance
last.
to have a 500 record just
See,
because
that's-
of how good Mike Tomlin is.
That's where I'm at. To me, I mean, I don't think something bad will happen to Joe Burrow. I think if something bad happens, it'll be to like Higgins or Chase. But I mean, I also agree. I do think that the Bengals season was kind of fluky, just because like, what are the odds that the Bengals go from top 10 draft pick to the Super Bowl? Very seldom do you see it, unless your team traded for that top 10 draft pick. The Ravens,
They'll find a way to be good, I think.
I mean,
They'll
I
figure
think
it
the
out.
Ravens will be good, especially now that they'll have Dobbins and Gus Edwards and all those guys back.
Right.
I just think it's really going to depend on Lamar, his health, his mental state, and just the overall execution of the game plan. Because when we had MVP Lamar, he was lights out every single game.
Right.
The last year or two, Lamar's been in and out a couple times. He's rolled an ankle. He's made a couple more mistakes in the passing game, a couple more mistakes in the running game. It's just like Lamar's still, don't get me wrong, Lamar's still really, really good. But the Ravens haven't put together a deep run since, Joe Flacco in 2012.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, this could change depending on what happens with Deshaun Watson. But even then, even if all Jacoby Brissett has to do is hand off the ball 40 times, and the Browns still have a chance to win.
And Jacoby Brissett's a dual threat QB.
Cap.
Easy there, killer.
Well,
Yeah, let's relax a little.
Hang on, let me finish, Isaac. So, it was kind of reminiscent of, when Tom Brady was suspended for Deflategate. Because that was when Garoppolo and Jacoby Brissett were our backups, and they played those first 4 games. Because Garoppolo, I think he led us to 2-0, and then Garoppolo got hurt, so Jacoby Brissett had to play. I actually think we lost Jacoby Brissett's first game. I do, but I mean, Brissett's definitely not bad. He definitely can get the job done. So I mean, yeah, I'm gonna roll with the Browns. Now, if one of the running backs, loses a leg,
Shut up, Brady.
that'll change.
Brady, we still have 3 good running backs.
Hold on. Who is this we? Who is this we? You just rejected Baker Mayfield and didn't say thank you for anything. I went on to talk about the Lions because you were trying to pinpoint the Lions as a Baker Mayfield landing spot. So I don't know why you'd want the quarterback that you rejected from the fan base that you left to your new fan base that's not going to be any better.
I'm just saying it was an option.
So he's just getting attacked today, huh?
Yeah. I'll explain my reasoning for the Bengals. Well, the Browns, they have Deshaun Watson, but I don't. How long does he get suspended for? So I think they'll finish second and make the playoffs. The Ravens will be third, and the Steelers will be last. It's just the game study's out. I just think the Bengals are going to push forward just by an inch. Just because they have that elite quarterback and elite wide receiver.
Yeah, but your definition of elite quarterback and the actual definition of elite quarterback is completely different. Now, yes, while you are actually correct for once saying Joe Burrow is an elite quarterback, the rest of your top 10 list is not quite as good.
You guys have anything else for the NFL?
I mean,
Let's
we
go
didn't talk about
Browns.
Tyreek Hill, but apparently you're on a mission today. So
He briefly brought it up. Briefly.
If you guys want to talk about Tyreek Hill, talk about Tyreek Hill.
His pants are on fire because he's
what is
running
wrong
so
with
fast.
you today?
He has homework to do. Because it take him 3 hours to do it.
I think this will be the season that shows whether Tyreek Hill is real or just was led by Patrick Mahomes.
I was going to say, I agree, and I think that the two-way street.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Mahomes still has Kelsey, so he still has a massive security blanket, but I mean, the realm of security is smaller now.
Yeah. I think we'll see what kind of quarterback Patrick Mahomes is with even fewer weapons than what he's had before in the past. But I did see something on Twitter the other day, and I want to see if you guys can answer. Who is the longest tenured quarterback in the AFC right now?
Derek Carr.
Derek Carr.
Derek Carr, correct.
Yeah.
Which,
But either
I mean-
Carr or Mahomes.
It's Carr.
Bro,
Yeah, Derek Carr.
Mahomes was drafted in 2017.
So
So
Even Brian Hoyer's been tenured longer than that.
that's because you guys just refuse to get rid of Brian Hoyer for no reason. He's the Udonis Haslam of the freaking Patriots.
no, that checks out.
No.
What do you mean? No, it's right. He will
That-
never play a single down of football, but management likes him because must be a decent locker room dude. I don't know, but yeah, and you
Decent
guys
locker room,
never
dude.
did
Decent clipboard holder, same thing. No, you know what? Maybe Brian Hoyer is gonna be our offensive coordinator. Much better than Patricia and Joe Judge, my guy.
Maybe.
Hey man, I will put my faith in the offense in the hands of Brian Hoyer before Joe Judge and Matt Patricia. Oh man.
Clayton,
So, Isaac, what'd you say? 'Cause you cut out.
I said Clayton continue. I don't think he was done.
What was I talking about again?
Your
You said
football.
Well, you were gonna talk about Tyreek Hill, then you found your football.
Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, like I said a little earlier, this Tua dude, pressure's on, bro.
Maybe.
Yeah, good luck to
Yeah, there's no excuses now, man.
I'm about to say there's two speed demons there, Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill.
bro. They've got that's disgusting.
Tua,
If
if this ain't it. Oh, speaking of the freaking well, I guess yeah, Tua.
Tua, good luck. You're gonna need it if you want to keep a job.
Clayton, are you alive? Play in.
What? Yeah, somebody was calling. Somebody was calling a freaking group chat I was in.
I was gonna say all I
Anyway.
heard was Tua, and then you're just gone.
Well, Tua, this is your make or break year, dude. You could either flop or be really good. There's literally no in between. Anyway, the other big story with the Dolphins is this freaking Tom Brady drama. What the heck is that?
Yeah, I've been trying to like read into it. I don't even know because like if he becomes part owner, can he actually like legally play? Like,
Well, it wasn't part. Take a front office role, wait a year, and then sign to play quarterback with them. I don't know how that works. but
Well, okay.
all right, whatever.
but did you see that? What was it? Something related with that situation and the Brian Flores lawsuit were the same day.
Yeah, that's why it fell apart. Is because of the Brian Flores lawsuit. Like, wow, that blows my. Think about just the carnage that would happen if freaking Tom Brady ends up as the quarterback of the Miami Dolphins.
There would
Like,
one Patriot place might have literally got lit on fire.
that would have been so funny. I would have
Like
loved to see it.
there's a genuine chance that the Patriots Hall of Fame might have gone down in flames.
No, it would have.
Oh man, that would have. I mean, yeah, he's been owning the Dolphins for years, but playing quarterback for them would be completely different.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, pretty much.
To close out on the NFL, we were just talking about Tom Brady. So, you guys remember how his last touchdown ball got sold for $518K at auction?
Yeah.
They avoided that today.
Thank God.
They did that guy a huge favor.
Dude. Yeah.
You kind of had to for him.
They high key bailed that man out.
Oh yeah, I was like, oh wow, they what a nice guy. Just voided it for.
But for football, I do have something actually.
Okay.
MAC East preview.
What?
Every episode.
Indeed. I saw a thing that said Bowling Green has a 45% chance to make a bowl game this year.
You know what that sounds like?
Not happening.
Sounds like they have a 55% chance of not making a bowl game. And
Hey,
you know
Brittany,
what? That's the
how's
majority.
Bluffton College's bowl game going? Oh, wait. Whoops, my bad. I'm sorry.
Bluffton College? What's Bluffton College? I've never heard of Bluffton College.
It's
Oh,
as
wow, it's
useless as
funny now.
Bluffton University. It doesn't matter.
Hey man, you know if we wanted to be D1, that's all in the school's choice. We just don't have the funding for that.
I really wish you guys could go D1 so I could watch our freaking fifth strings just dominate you guys. That'd
Bro,
be so funny.
Like that's actually part of what we were learning about in with like the divisions and stuff in my coaching class. Was that it's literally just based off of like what the college or university wants to do and funding and stuff. And I was like, so that's how St. Peter's is D1 because they wanted to be.
Well, I also just would like to throw out there that Bowling Green's first game is in Pasadena, California at the Rose Bowl. We play UCLA.
Oh yeah, no, we talked about that in my coaching class because we were talking about how I don't like some of the bigger schools will play like some of the mid majors for like free win, and that gives mid majors more money. Like I was looking at because he told me to look up Bowling Green schedule and Toledo schedule. Toledo has like 3 of those games. One of them is
so does
Georgia.
Kent State. They're doing the same thing.
Yeah, bro. Toledo about to play Georgia and get collapsed.
Oh gosh.
Damn.
What happens is those big schools, like those big Power 5 schools, will offer a group of 5 school like a Toledo or a Kent or a BG like $1 million to go to their place and play. Like that's what happens. Because a couple of years ago, I think it was Middle Tennessee State beat Tennessee or some random school like that, and their coach came up and was like, "They paid us $9 to show up here. Today's game meant more to us." In his post-game speech.
Yeah.
But
Did I look at it? Oh no, maybe it was Kent State. I think it was Kent State that's playing Georgia.
Kent State plays like 3 Power 5 teams the first 3 weeks.
Yeah. I think it's Kent State.
The 2
Toledo plays Ohio State.
Right.
Yeah. Kent State plays Washington, Oklahoma, and Georgia. Pretty sure that's 3 of their first 4 games.
And then BG's 2 Power 5 games this year are Mississippi State and UCLA.
Yeah. Let's see here. Update. Kent State. Yeah, Washington, Oklahoma, and Georgia. They close out the year with Buffalo. Nice. Oh, hey, Clayton. Kent State's at Bowling Green. You can go to that one.
What?
Does that say it's on a Wednesday?
You're acting like... Dude, that's called MAC football. They always have weekday games.
I forget they do that sometimes.
I plan on going to Toledo. That's because it's in Toledo. It's like 20 minutes away. I might go to OU, to be completely honest, because that's on like a Tuesday night. And like depending on what time I get out of class, like I might see if a couple buddies want to go down to Athens because that's like only like a 3-hour drive.
I'll go with you, Clayton.
All right, there's one. What about yours?
And we're on the road.
But yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. BG football, their spring game is this Saturday, or not this Saturday, but next Saturday. So
Ohio State's is this weekend, I believe.
we'll see. We'll see how they do.
No, Athens is. I like down in Athens. It's a good place.
Oh,
Athens is a good college town.
speaking of Athens,
Yeah.
Athens resident Joe Burrow threw out the first pitch at the Reds home opener the other night.
And they got smoked by the Guardians.
Yes, sir, baby.
Stephen Kwan!
The Cleveland Guardians, bro. They are in my good graces right now. They extended Colossae, extended Miles Straw. They extended the greatest third baseman in Cleveland history.
Today.
No, I mean it was official today, but it's been like a week and a half almost. Oscar Mercado is crushing the baseball. Owen Miller's crushing the baseball. Stephen Kwan's a beast.
Somebody needs to clip this so that way in 3 weeks when Brady's like cursing at the Guardians and like completely just battering all of their moves, we can play this moment right here.
Hey man, bro, they scored 44 runs in 4 games.
When was the last time we did that?
Never.
Never, because we almost never talk about baseball on this podcast.
Well, our team's actually doing well.
That's true.
But,
I mean, it may not last. I'm just enjoying it while it does.
well,
What do
I
you
think
mean
that's why-
may not? This is Cleveland sports, bro.
Jose is putting up an MVP type season already.
Through 6 games. Good job.
Hey man.
Anyway,
Stephen Kwan's putting up a.
what was I going to say? I don't remember what I was going to say now.
Nobody cares.
Stephen Kwan for Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, that one's going to be a little tough. However, his odds did improve by like 4,600.
Wow, I wonder
I'm
why.
Walking.
Could it be because he was good?
No, that can't
All
be
right.
it.
I was just wondering.
Yeah, that was a stupid idea, man. Never talk again.
Oh,
That's on me, guys. I'll just stay here.
oh! I was gonna bring this up too when I made the transition. Joe Burrow called Joey Votto old because Votto asked Burrow to do a TikTok with him.
It's because he is old.
True.
Oh,
he
oh,
is 38. He is 38. So.
Votto, did you hear him ask about if you should get a diamond tooth?
Yeah, I actually watched the entire mic'd up video. He like asked the announcers, and they're like, "You should ask Ozzy what he thinks about you getting a diamond tooth." So he asked him. I was like, what?
I thought that was cool.
I just thought it was funny because Ozzy was like, "You know what? Go for it."
Yeah.
And then Joey Votto kept referring to himself as the midlife crisis guy. I'm like, wow.
Votto's are red for forever.
Really?
Free Joey Votto.
What do you mean free Joey Votto? He ain't gonna go anywhere.
No, he's not leaving.
Well, yeah, obviously he's 38 and making 22 mil. he's stuck there.
Exactly. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, but they should have at least like tried to win him a ring before they tore everything back down.
Well, why would they do that when they can just trade everybody?
Did you guys see that? I
Yes,
think it was,
Brady, because we're all on a call together. We can see exactly what you're
I was
saying.
no,
Well,
no,
what
it
are
was
you talking about.
no, it was the other day. It was Tuesday. The Reds owner said something about like, yeah, all these fans are booing us for cutting money, and how we aren't spending money. But I mean, we could sell the team and see if somebody else, has money, and they can relocate to somewhere else that'll actually make them money. I was like, there's no way this man said this on the Reds home opener. There's just no way. There's not many things that can overshadow Reds opening day because, they've been around their first ever Major League Baseball team, but
Well, they had a parade every opening day.
Well, this is the first year that they didn't start opening day at home
Yeah.
because of the lockout.
Well,
Ruined history.
well, they still had a massive parade on there.
Well, obviously. We all knew a parade was coming, just not after the Super Bowl.
I would say the Super Bowl might have been a little more important.
I agree.
Oh, well, no, I know that I was more alluding to that the Bengals weren't going to win.
Ooh,
And they didn't win. Just true.
I have something
oh,
great.
look at you.
Well, Isaac, let's hear it.
So, 2016, the ring ceremony in Cleveland and Game 7 of the World Series were in Cleveland. Tomorrow is opening day, and the Cavs have a play-in game. It's probably one of the biggest days in Cleveland since 2016.
Yeah,
Pretty
That-
much.
I mean,
I
I
would have
guess
a
you're
hard
not
time
wrong.
disagreeing with that, to be completely real. I don't know if I've ever told you guys this, actually, but my dad goes to opening day every year with some of his college buddies. So,
So we'll be there tomorrow?
yeah, my dad's going to be in Cleveland tomorrow. He's leaving at like 7 a.m. or something like that, picking up his buddy that lives in Perrysburg, and then they're driving over to Cleveland, and one of his buddies lives in Cleveland.
I'm about to say,
Well, they're facing Rodon tomorrow, so fill your face.
Cleveland is going to be packed to the brim.
Downtown's going to be bumping, that's for sure.
However, I would like to point out the last time that the pitching matchup was Plesac versus Rodon during April. Roberto Perez got hit by a pitch, and that was their only base runner.
Well,
Shut up, Brady.
Isaac, I'm trying to jinx it before it happens.
The negatives.
I'm trying to jinx it before it happens.
That's
We
not a jinxing
Hurt
horse.
to Perez anymore.
Yeah, he's with the Pirates. Poor guy.
R.I.P.
We have Austin Hedges that can't hit.
Yeah, let's not talk about Austin Hedges. Let's try to keep the positive vibe
I
on
would
this
love
podcast.
to talk
Zero,
about
zero,
Austin
zero,
Hedges,
zero,
actually,
zero.
Matt.
One.
Bro, Austin Hedges could be like he's a top tier defender, but his bat sucks. Like, I wish it was like high school where you could like just pick a position to DH. Like, I would rather send out freaking Shane Bieber with a bat three to four times a game than Austin Hedges.
No,
Well,
you
no,
wouldn't.
because people would drill Shane Bieber on purpose, and then he would end up on the DL for or IL or whatever the heck it's called anymore for 60 days. So.
Nice.
Whatever, you guys know what I mean.
We have Stephen
World's going soft.
King Kwan.
King Kwan. That's a new one. Bro, Stephen Kwan's
Those
only
are some
good
of the
with
stupid
puns.
ones you said.
Bro, those were puns. Of course they're dumb.
And
Not-
King Kwan isn't?
Hi, man.
That's not a pun on King Kong? Like, what?
I didn't. It's been a long day. That one didn't even
I
process.
was gonna say that went completely over your head, didn't it?
Yeah.
It went in one ear, out the other.
Oh my goodness.
You are a special one.
Yep.
Indeed.
Why is my phone going crazy?
Mine is.
Did Albert Pujols hit another home run, Matt?
Probably not.
Did Owl
Hey, he hit one the other day against the Royals.
Yeah.
Wow. He also tried to steal a base because he thought the pitcher wasn't paying attention.
Great.
And then he slid to third and never even made it to the bag because his slide was so bad.
No.
Apple.
So, Wednesday was a horrible day to be a Twins fan, by the way. So, Clayton Kershaw, 7 perfect innings and over 80 pitches. Gary Sanchez picks up a hit in the 8th. So that's the Twins. They got 1 hit. And then their AAA team got no hit by the Pirates AAA team.
That's just unfortunate.
R.I.P. to the Twins, man.
Well, the Twins are going to the World Series this year, so it's okay.
Easy there, killer.
Hey, man, only if a trash can's involved. So they picked up Correa. Can never beat the Yankees in the postseason. Now they've got the key cog.
The Yankees aren't going to make it that far anyway. They're all going to get hurt.
I'm about to say the Yankees will probably finish third in the division.
Bro, you'll never believe it, but Stanton has actually played more than 2 games in the outfield this year. Yeah, that came out today. It was like Stanton's already started 2 games in right field this year, or in the outfield this year. Last year, Stanton's second start in right field was like July 31st or something like that. I was like, bro, what? Oh. Trying to think if I have anything else.
Cardinals are playing good.
It's true.
True.
Oh.
We seem to get healthy, which is really sad to say at the beginning of the season, but
I
Yeah.
was going to say, you're not off to a great start if you're
I'm going to say, you guys' pitching always is just
I was
hurt.
going to say, yeah, our pitching staff all got hurt before spring training even started.
That's what's going to happen with the White Sox. Because Giolito just got hurt. Lance Lynn tore his ACL. And they lost Rodon.
Matt, what do you say your biggest thing right now, pitching death for the team?
Our pitching in general is not going to say our downfall, but I mean, it's.
Guys,
What?
the Rockies are 4-1.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
That one.
Brayden.
It's all good.
Brayden.
Yes.
The Athletics and the Guardians have the 2 best offenses in the MLB.
Did you do the Athletics?
Yes.
What?
I wouldn't be overreacting right now.
Guardians have a plus 23 run differential, and the Mets have a plus 15. The Mets are second.
Come back to the middle of the season when we complain about our team.
That sounds about right.
I don't plan on complaining about my team.
I always complain. Not
Yes,
just
okay.
about my team.
Brady,
Anything I can
we
find.
went 162-0. You
That's
could be
not
like,
true.
Will Austin Hedges still sucks, and I hate his hitting. Oh my gosh.
Can we trade for a good catcher that can hit?
You know,
No.
I can't even knock on us getting Hedges in a trade because that trade was just such a win-win for us.
It was. We got Owen Miller out of that trade.
We got a lot of people out of that trade. We got
Miller.
Quantrill, Naylor, Miller, Hedges, Gabriel Arias, and another minor league arm for Clevenger and Greg Allen. Clevenger is still injured. Still.
We can't complain about the trade.
Oh, yeah, that was an absolute fleece.
Yeah,
R.I.P. Greg Allen, though.
completely complain about Hedges, but we can still complain.
He was just younger, more controlled Roberto Perez. Like, what?
Yep.
What was the point?
We got.
I miss Jan Gomes, man. That's all it is. I miss Jan Gomes.
Yeah, he hit a little.
That's like a 2016 throwback, but I don't even care.
Second time we brought it up, 2016. Oh yeah, screw you, Trevor Bauer.
For what? Oh, never mind. Figured it out.
I was gonna say, do you really have to think that hard about that?
I
Okay,
thought
what happened?
I thought he meant now. Oh no, that was when he sliced his finger with the drone, Matt.
Okay, you're throwing it back. I see. I'm caught up now.
Well,
See that's problems. I was like, well, what do you do now? But I realized. Oh, it's really funny because actually now he was one of the podcast episodes I listened to today. 'Cause he was talking about how now he thinks he can pitch on 4 days rest. I was like, or pitch once every 4 days. I was like, well, Corey Kluber did that once, and it worked 2 out of 3 times, but not when it mattered most.
because you screwed up your finger.
Yeah, it's all your fault, Trevor.
Screw you, Trevor.
Stupid idiot, Trevor.
Man, you guys are just throwing all the shade at your team today.
What? No, just a Trevor Bauer.
I mean, I was
That
throwing
was a
shade.
member
I
of
just
your
thought it
team
was
at that
funny.
time.
This is true.
What? Yeah, it's his fault. I'll go ahead and say it.
We still would have won if it didn't freaking rain. Ohio weather.
You guys definitely had the momentum, that's for sure.
Yep.
Bro, Rajay Davis was a tank. No changing my mind.
He's a legend in Cleveland history.
Rajay
True.
Davis is a tank. I don't know why he didn't need to convince any of us.
See, it's really funny. I don't even think I don't even know. I don't even think he had like triple digit career home runs. Like I think it was probably like 60 or something. I'm looking this up. Yeah, Rajay Davis had 62 career home runs. I don't think that's counting the postseason, but can't imagine it'll be much more.
Don't care. Still a legend.
That's true. So this has been Hot Take Sports, episode 45. Make sure to check out all of our socials at Hot Take Sports 16 on Twitter and Twitter and
You can do it.
nope, just Twitter. It's the only one we actually post on. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. You know, check out our website, hottakesports.online.
Buy merch and shut me up and buy merch so Matt picks an NFL team.
Yeah, that.
Just buy merch to support the pod. We appreciate it.
And leave ratings on Spotify and anything else.
And maybe if we get enough ratings, I'll start posting polls.
We'll see you next time.